Hey, what's happening, everybody? We've been rocking some NBA all morning. Let's pivot on over to Bellman's baseball, as we'll call it.
Yeah, let's pivot, man. Another slate with a lot of non-attractive pitching options, but we got one guy at the top we will go over right as we get done talking about overlay.
That's right, guys. We covered it this morning. We did the NBA picks for the day. They got those progressive jackpots. They're waiting out the playoffs for that, so we'll see those back next week. But the MLB jackpot is up to 39.20, and I believe once they adjust it today, it's actually going to be over 4K. So you play in that $22 MLB progressive jackpot, get there. Otherwise, we're looking at a little over $600 on a $2.5 bet if you can go perfect. They got golf up there for you golf aficionados, and don't forget about the Slump Buster Challenge. Something you'll find unique to this website you won't get anywhere else. If you don't manage to play or finish in the top 10% and you're playing in the same contest day in and day out, 20 times, not 20 days in a row, but 20 times in a contest without finishing in the top 10%, they will refund the entirety of your buy-ins, and good luck finding that anywhere else.
Can't beat it, man.
All right, let's move over to our DraftKings plays of the day, guys. The NBA video's up. Day passes are up. You get both sports for the price of one. Welcome aboard to the new lifetime and monthly customers. Love having seen you guys come back, but we're ready for more of you guys. The link to the website is below. Click the thumbs up if you don't mind, and subscribe to the station if you're new to it. So we're going to get into a lot of statistics here on Max Scherzer. Oh, no, we're not. It's Max Scherzer for under 11K. What's not to like?
Yeah, I mean, especially on a slate without a ton of pitching options. There's some other guys up top I like, and I think you can pair both of them, or you can pair Scherzer with one of them, and you can build that way. But it's tough to get away from Max here, especially coming off a subpar outing last time. I know he left to start early, like real early. We always love Scherzer in any type of bounce back situation. For my money, I think for your money too, honestly, he's the best starter in baseball. I'm a huge Scherzer guy. I love him, and I'll definitely use him here at 10-8. What's your take?
If you want to make arguments for DeGrom or Cole, that's fine, but you want to know what? Being that you're making arguments against Jacob DeGrom and Garrett Cole, you know what kind of not elusive. Well, I'm having a brain fart right now, but whatever the word is, right? Like, he's up there in the precipice of the best that we've seen, in our lifetime even. So yeah, he's sub 11K, solid matchup against the Mets, who are not awful, but they're not a team that you're scared of. They're not the New York Yankees or anything like that. I think a big thing here is I don't think they throw him unless they feel he's ready to go, right? Like, I know he left last game with a hammy tweak. I don't think there's any reason to put him out there unless you feel like he's ready to be Max Scherzer. So I feel fully comfortable with him being ready to go today.
Yeah, when he's on the hill, I assume that he's good to go 100%. I'm with you.
Also, the pitching matchup in Coors Field today is really good. I know you're a huge Gallen fan, and I'm a big Freeland guy. So you don't have to load up on them today like you would normally.
Mm-hmm.
Which, helps you spend money on elite pitching, and he is elite. Although not saying you can't pull pieces like Charlie Blackmon, who looks like the best hitter in baseball this year, or this guy right here, Nick Ahmed, who just flat out rakes off a left-handed pitching.
Crushes left-handed pitching right now. I probably like the Arizona side a little bit more than you. Freeland has been good. Didn't look great in his last start. His control wasn't all there. And Ahmed is just really affordable at 4K. Coming off a monster game last night, had like 25 DK points, stole a bag. He hits at the bottom of this lineup, so I prefer him if you're like stacking Arizona because, he's the 9-hole hitter. However, he's the hitting in Coors and he's 4K. So this is like a rare time where I don't even mind a 9-hole hitter as a one-off in any format.
Yeah, he's 4K, not 5K, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what the key is here, and he's good against left-handed pitching, and he got hot the last 2 days.
Exactly, that's all it is.
All right, so you're big on Ohtani. You were a big Ohtani fan in general, but you've been watching him a lot lately.
Yeah, I'm a huge Ohtani fan. I've watched a ton of his at-bats. He's a guy I really I turn the TV to Angels games when he's batting because I really am a huge fan, and I love watching him bat. Looked awful a couple of days ago, but you know how it goes with these guys. Once they start to see the ball a little bit better, they really start to feel more comfortable. And Ohtani is locked in right now. 35 DK points over his past 2 games. Hit the game-tying home run last night. Coming off a couple of days where he started to play a lot better, was drawing walks. You could just tell that he was seeing the ball a lot better. Mike Fiers is very hit or miss, and I was shocked to see that he'd never faced Fiers. But, I mean, again, I think that's happened with a couple of pitchers now. So Who knows? He's got the platoon advantage here. He's still affordable at 4,700. I don't know how much you've looked at this slate, but DK has really priced up a lot of guys, not just Coors. I mean, Aaron Judge is 6,300. So Ohtani at 4,700 is fair, and I like him quite a bit.
All right, next up. So you messaged me when I was busy the other day saying that you had brought up Suarez on the public video on Saturday. And you're like, I don't like to go back-to-back days with a guy, but then he homers and you feel a lot better about it. So that's our little vibe with Yearly Gurriel today. He's got a lot of reasons to like him. We talked about him yesterday. He was solid. Today we're hoping a little bit more for the spectacular. And he's going against a left-handed pitching, and he's got extra base hits 3 days in a row, and he absolutely kills left-handed pitching.
Yeah, you knew exactly where I was going there. That was exactly what was on my mind. It's hard not to like some Houston here in another good matchup against a pretty average lefty. I was thinking about bringing up Alex Bregman, but man, at 5,800, you have to really prioritize that. Gurriel, 4,300. Yeah, we'd much rather have the spectacular tonight, but if nothing else, he's solid. He's seeing the ball well also. You've always noted how much he crushes left-handed pitching. I like him a lot here as a cog type in all formats.
I think people don't underrate how good he is, too.
Yeah.
Like, you think about, because Houston's got George Springer, which is a much bigger name, Altuve, Correa, Bregman. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if you went back and checked the numbers last year, I want to say Gurriel might have been the second best fantasy player on that team behind Bregman.
Yeah, so right now, even especially too, and I agree with that sentiment for sure. Gurriel and Correa hitting 5-6 for them look better than Altuve hitting at the top of the lineup.
Altuve has not looked like himself this year.
No, he does not look good. Hitting into double plays like often, he does not look good.
Yeah, I mean, I think we would all agree Bregman's the best player on this team at the current moment. But Gurriel, I mean, this is a guy, I think last year, if I remember correctly, was 30 and 100.
Yeah, he's solid, man. He's like the definition of solid.
And then I can't think of the kid's name, the big boy that came up and played. Yeah, I miss him.
Yeah, I know. I miss him too. I can't wait for him.
All right, next up. So I didn't put a lot of numbers up here for this one, but being that you like the Cubs as kind of a sleeper stack tonight and you're the Cleveland guy, break it down for us.
So this is an interesting game because it's the first time the Cubs have been to Cleveland since the World Series. So kind of a get-up spot for both teams, especially the guys who played in that series, obviously, which is mostly the Cubs, pretty much their main core. It's just a get-up spot for them. Plutko is not awful, but the Cubs have some bats that I think could really get to him here, Rizzo being one of them. I think you get Chicago at very low ownership. So this is also another one. We talk about this on our members-only video a lot. I don't love Rizzo in particular here, but I like the idea of a Cubs stack. And if I'm stacking Cubs, in my mind, Rizzo is their number one guy that I want. So that's why I wanted to bring him up.
I got that. Being that there's a decent pitching matchup in Coors tonight, what do you think ownership's going to be like over there? Do you think, I mean, it's going to probably be, I didn't even go back to look. What was like the Arizona ownership last night?
Not crazy high at all.
Really?
Yeah, no, not crazy high at all. No, it was not. I mean, okay, so Calhoun leading off was like 20%. And this is tournaments, but bigger money tournaments, so like closer to cash games. Ketel Marte was like 20 to 25%. Starling Marte about the same, and then it really went down. And then the farther you went down the order, it was like obviously lower.
Where was ownership? Was it just dispersed among the other teams last night? I did not track baseball as closely as normal. I was bigger on the NBA and had a friend over.
Ownership was spread out. It was on the there was a really cheap team. I want to say that it was like really spread too.
Arizona? They're really cheap. I'm surprised they weren't higher owned because I never went back to look at my baseball lineups.
Yeah, it was kind of spread out. Tampa was higher. Tampa got decent ownership. Honestly, Washington broke the slate, though.
Yeah, I mean, well, they had a monster game, so no surprise right there. Okay. I was wondering what you thought ownership would be for the Coors Field game tonight.
Okay, so we'll get into that more on members only, but I will say, I think Houston gets more love than Coors tonight.
Okay. It's good to know. Just kind of wanted to touch on it. Again, you can look at the Cubs as like a sleeper stack. A couple of the sleeper stacks I tried to go with yesterday were not great, hence the reason I didn't break down my baseball lineups too closely.
I had one that really worked out for me, the Angels. That's why they're definitely on my good side, specifically Ohtani and Trout. Actually, it's rare, but I use the 2, 3, 4, 5 of the Angels, and 3, 4, 5 all homered Trout homer twice, which is pretty rare.
For Trout to homer twice?
No, for all 3, 4, 5 to homer for you, you know?
Gotcha. I got you. All right, guys. Well, best of luck tonight. If you are looking for more details and check out the members only video where we preview a lot of the sleeper stacks that we're checking out for the evening, go ahead and grab a membership over at the website. Daily passes, monthly, annual. We look forward to having you guys all come back, and good luck today.
Thanks, guys.